So you have a remote location and you want to be able to monitor it. You want to be sure people aren't breaking in or doing bad things or scouting you out, and you want to record what's happening. If people want to break into your spot, they will. But it's nice to know at least who is breaking into your place, which is why having one of these is great. It's a trail camera, $200, and you have yourself a built-in security system. Okay, so the technology has come a long way. This is one of our original models. I have 5 down below to show you. So that's that one. It has a white light, which people could see. It wasn't a white light, it's a red light, but people can see it. So it might as well be a white light. The old ones actually had flashes. They're really only for deer or animal, but that would sort of spook them. The technology has gotten much better, and most currently, this is a black light technology, which means that even if you're looking at it right on, you can't see the light. So it takes a picture and you get a black and white-ish photograph with a fair amount of detail. If there's fast movement, it doesn't capture very well, but it does an amazing job compared to the old ones especially. So those are 2 of the models. This is basically the same as my other model that is currently in production and in use. And these are 2 of the older models as well. These still are put out, some of them more visibly than others. I don't have a problem with someone seeing this because they know that there's a trail camera on property or on the driveway. Same with this. And sometimes I'll have one of my good ones pointed at the ones that can be seen, just for the purpose that if someone was snooping around and saw it, they would probably take it. So I just have a camera pointed at that, that's in clear view, so, a little stealthy. So where do we hide these? It's just, the technology is pretty simple. It's just batteries, which is 8 AA batteries for each one, and an SD card. And that's all you need to be able to get up and running. And if you have some way to be able to read an SD card, then you can view the images as well fairly easily, like a camera, or if you have a computer that you can just slide the SD card into. So they're very convenient. But where do you hide them? How do you keep them undetected and people from stealing them? Well, I have a couple of ways that I do it. One of the ways is you got to constantly be moving them between spots, having them only in one spot. If someone was in and saw them, they might be looking for it, but if it's not there next time, they know it's moved. So I do that. I don't want them to be seen, so I have a number of places that I switch every couple months. Other ways that I think are important to remain undetected: don't put your camera where people are looking towards. Like we have our house, most times people are coming up, they're not looking, they're looking out towards where they're going, like towards an off-grid place or towards where there might be someone. So they're not really thinking about off to the woods to the right or left where they're not looking. And if you have a good description, and if they're coming and going, even if people are leaving, if they're looking over their shoulder, looking back to see, they're looking towards whatever it is that they're interested in, such as the place. So off to the left or right of what's attainable is the best thing. The other thing is you want to make sure that it's away from the sun. So if you can optimally get it so that it's shooting in a north direction, you know that the sun is always going to be good. So in this case, you'd want to take directions towards that, take pictures towards this direction instead of this, because the light will wash out the picture and you won't get a good shot. Besides that, this is an important one. When you position this, it detects movement with this. You gotta keep it clean, you gotta check it, check your batteries and things, but it detects movement. You can change the settings for how sensitive it is, but if you have something even like a blade of grass or a tree that moves a lot or a flag, you can expect to see thousands of pictures of that because the slightest movement can set it off. So having it in spots where things don't move constantly is fairly important just for reviewing, because if you're going back and trying to review this and you got literally I've had thousands of shots on one card that have just been filled with almost all of the same variations of the same image, it's not really great. So try to pick a place that has movement when you're trying to detect it, such as a car or a person going by, and then you should be in good shape. Other than that, higher is sometimes better, lower is sometimes better. It's just like geocaching, but you're doing reverse. You're trying to keep this hidden, but still have it do the job that you want. Having it pointed somewhere that no one goes and doesn't do anything for you is sort of a waste of batteries and time to check it. So you want to have somewhere where activity, even if it's just you, is there.